Welcome to the CWC Podcast with your host, David Selby, Justin Reed, and Andy Horton.
Welcome to the CWC Podcast, the home for the latest news, rumors, and interviews from around the sport of chuckwagon racing. I'm your host, David Selby, and today on the show, we're going to have Dan and Peggy Eoff joining us as they prepare to host the 40th edition of the National Championship Chuckwagon Races. We're going to get to hear about how the planning has been coming along. It's coming up here on the CWC Podcast. So as you can see, it's just me today. Today's show won't be super long. As usual, I'm shooting this earlier in the week, so I'm still out here in Colorado. If you watched last week's show, you'll notice that I was here last week in Colorado, and so kind of that week-long span that my family's been here. We chose this to be the time of year, which has been a little bit hectic because there's a lot going on at this time of the year, as many of you know. We're gearing up for a huge year at the National Championship Chuckwagon Races. I got to tell you, being out here in Colorado has its definite perks. The weather has been in the 70s and no humidity, and the Rocky Mountains are just gorgeous. It's been awesome for me to be able to just spend some time with family this week. That's something that is so important to me, despite maybe some nights where I probably wake up stressed about everything going on. We got a whole lot of irons in the fire this year. But that time that you got to take with family for a vacation, whatever, once or twice a year, whatever you can make happen, you will never regret taking that time with family. I know for me this week, it's been catching up with my kids. It's kind of reconnecting a little bit, stuff that it's just been hard to do this year. It's been a busy year. And we had my daughter Stevie's 5th birthday this week. On Saturday, actually, we had her 5th birthday, and she loved every moment of it. She told everybody that we walked past, everywhere we went, that she's 5 today. And that was pretty cute. But yeah, it's been really good. So coming up right ahead of us, we are in the week of camp cleanup down in Clinton. So some of you guys might be listening to this as you're actually driving to camp cleanup to go get in line. Savannah and Andy are both going to be present on different sides of the ranch, capturing what's going on. When Dan and Peggy come on the show here in a bit, we're going to let them just talk about that, what to expect from camp cleanup. They've added some stuff in this year, a little bit more entertainment, just kind of bolstering the entertainment aspect. So look out for more of that coming up on the show. I know it has been a very busy year for them getting ready for the event, especially for the race program. If for whatever reason you're hearing the podcast today and you're planning on racing down there and you haven't called it in, you might be too late. You might not be. I know that they work on that thing all the way up until like this weekend, and then they will pass that over to us once they have it finalized. And yeah, that's huge for us because this Sunday, August 17th, exclusively on the Chuckwagon channel, we have Selection Sunday going on. We'll publish that at 6 p.m. Central Time. So just be ready for that. I know I've talked to a couple of you just recently saying, hey, we're ready for that. We're doing the watch party. We're going to have everybody together. That just fills my cup up to hear that you guys get together and you make something out of that, because it's a lot of fun for us to put that show together. So looking forward to putting that out here in just a couple of days. Make sure that if you want to see that episode, you will need to be subscribed at chuckwagonchannel.com. To just reiterate, it's $11 a month or $99 a year. There's no obligation there. If you don't want to be a full-time subscriber, an annual subscriber, you can leave after you do your first month. We appreciate you guys coming and seeing what we're doing. We hope we can keep you around. We continue to add more content. Speaking of, we've got the Rats Camden races on there now. We're working on Bryant, Indiana, and then it's going to be the Reggie Little Outlaw race, and that'll get us caught up all the way up to Clinton. And so it's kudos to Savannah. She's been working hard, and oh man, it's been a year. So get over there, chuckwagonchannel.com. If you enjoy the national championships, you can stream season 1 and season 2 of the Great Wagon Race, along with many of the past year's DVDs from Clinton. We really appreciate everybody that subscribes. It means more than you know. And I guess a little bit more news from Clinton. We're going to have more rookies for the rookie runoff. That's Thursday. I know just talking to Dapple earlier this week, she said Oklahoma Land Rush, they've got 5 rookies called in. Big Mules, 6 rookies called in. The Classic Division, they've got 4 rookies called in. 4 up, 5 teams. Buckboard, 5 teams. I mean, they're getting a program together for that Thursday rookie runoff, and that's exciting because we all know that they run 2 per heat typically, or if they just have if they only have 2 or 3 heats, that may change, or if they only have 1 heat. But they're gonna have enough teams. They're gonna have some races, and they will run twice in that same day with the pasture roping preliminary breaking that up. So you don't want to miss Thursday, especially because of the program that comes Thursday night, the Chase Outlaw Chuck and Buck 3rd edition. That's going on. Again, we're going to be down there with the best crew that we have ever taken to the national championships. We have gotten to the point, thank goodness, through season 1 and season 2 of the Great Wagon Race, that we've really assembled a good team. A lot of the same people that helped us shoot at Baker Spain this year. And this team has just really grown into a group of people that I know and I love. And I just know we're going to be capturing stuff at a high level this year. And I can't wait to go down there and feature the big mules this year. And even just to go back and revisit these stories that have been growing the last couple of years when we hit so heavily on the classics in season 1, the classic division, I should say, and the buckboard division last year. There is work to be done with those stories still. So I'm excited to kind of just follow up on those things. Other news, we will also come out with, we should have our pre-race show schedule that we should release this Sunday on Selection Sunday as well, just to let you guys know, hey, I think we're going to be hitting on Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, or something like that with our pre-race shows. We'd get a driver show last year with the buckboards. We still have to make sure that this all fits into the plans for the week down there at Clinton, and make sure we have everybody where they need to be. But we should have that solidified and share that with you coming up this Sunday. So I think we know what the topic is right now. It's the National Championship Chuckwagon races. I'm going to get Dan and Peggy in here. It looks like they are waiting to join the call, and I'm going to get them in here now. Oh, running around. Places, everybody.
Hi, David.
Hello there, Miss Peggy. How are you doing?
Good.
Did you guys close down the shop for the day?
Yes, we close at 5:30.
Okay. Well,
How big are we on this thing? Are we what we see you, or we just need to get a bitty?
whenever we show this later, I think because of the platform we're using, it might end up cutting you guys off a little bit, but don't worry about it. It's a podcast. It's people are going to listen to it anyways. And tell you what, the one thing I might do while we're sitting here, actually, just to give myself that much more freedom, I'm going to do a screen record on this deal.
You need water? I'll drink some water if you had some, or another beer.
Another beer? You already had one.
Had two.
Oh my goodness.
But one was with lunch. I've had a day, David. I've had a day.
It sounds like you've been getting ready for the podcast all day. That's what it sounds like to me.
Dapple and I climbed into a cave today to get some puppies out.
Oh man.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about so what's the story on the puppies? Why did this happen? Why is it a thing right now for you guys? And I'm gonna hit record here. She said that you guys' dog was probably due in another week or two.
We thought she was.
A lot of times the first one always comes early in life, and puppies and cats and everything. And this one, they come a little early.
Yeah, she came early. She only had 3 puppies, though, and she had them underneath the announcer stand in one of those caves way back in there. And
My goodness.
and since Friday is opening day and people are going to be putting their canopies and stuff out on the bluff, I wanted to get them out before that.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would bother them, but it might have upset Mama Dog, and she might have moved him again.
I bet $1 them kids would have climbed
Oh,
under there. When they had heard them, they'd have got them out.
Yeah.
Hell, if it was a coon, they'd have went in and got them. Our bunny.
What's what kind of dog?
A Bernese Mountain Dog.
Bernese babies? How many? Do you know?
Just 3. Yeah, we got them out, and I've taken them up to Susan Weaver. She has a kennel, and she's boarding them for me.
Okay. So a lot of our crew will stay at Susan's house. Does that mean they get to play with Bernese puppies?
Yes. Yes, they will be in charge of feeding and watering and cleaning the kennel.
And they are for sale.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Dan, what cut do you get since you made the plug here on the show?
I get the cut, get rid of them. We've got enough dogs at the bar well.
Okay. All right. Well, there you are. There's our sponsor for today's show, the Eoff Ranch Bernese Kennel. So if you need a puppy, you know where to get it. Jump on it. Full-blooded Bernese?
Yes, sir.
Now that's embarrassing to a cowboy. We need cow dogs. We don't need pet dogs.
Well, I'm out here in I'm near Winter Park, Colorado, and the Bernese dogs, I've seen several of them, just people walking them because they're a mountain dog, and a lot of the summertime people are out walking their dogs this time of the year. I've seen a lot of Bernese dogs since I've been here this year. So, you've got a big opening day coming up, and that is going to be Friday. But for someone that doesn't know what this is like every year, can you kind of explain what it's like even starting on Thursday and how that goes into Friday and what that experience is like for people?
I don't know how to answer that.
Well,
They're excited.
they're excited, and
exciting.
used to be there wouldn't be a whole lot of people, but at like 6 o'clock in the morning, it would be just like downtown Dallas. You'd see lights and trucks and trailers, but people have gotten to where they come in early now, and they'll camp out. If you camp on, I say this side of the river, meaning the house side of the river, they'll start lining up on our driveway the night before. And if they're on the arena side of the river, they start lining up there too. And so Dan decided, he came up with the idea of having a little entertainment for them on Thursday evening, and maybe feed them some hamburgers and hot dogs or something, since they're going to be there, and just give them something to do besides just sit and wait for 6 o'clock in the morning.
They've got their trucks hooked up, and they can't unhook them, so they have to borrow our car to go to town to eat. Some of them cook out, and way up the line, they don't visit the people way back at the line. And I think it'll just kind of pull us together. We'll have some place to do besides just sit in a lawn chair and talk with somebody I've talked with all day,
Yeah. So,
And we're going to have some music. The camps, we invited the camps to bring their camp music. Like the Walnut Grove camp, they play bluegrass, and they're going to come and just play what you play at your camp. It's not going to be Merle Haggard on the stage. This is just going to be a camp music. What do y'all play at the camp? And we've got, how many Apple? We've got 5 or 6 bands or 5 or 6 camps going to bring and play music for us.
nice. And so for people that are kind of wondering what that looks like, so if you're over at Westgate and you're lined up to come in, if you want to enjoy the entertainment, do you basically just leave your vehicle where it's at and walk on down and then partake?
Yes. Yes, they'll be in line, the ones that want to try to get a good spot on the line, and you just walk up to the pavilion or walk up to the bunkhouse where the music is. We're going to eat at 6 o'clock, and about 7, we're going to play a little music, and there'll be a lot of people come that's just coming to listen to the music, and they're going to come tomorrow, and they'll a lot of just stay there through the night. They're not going to try to rush and get up on the line with their trailers, but they're just going to come a little early and spend the night right there, and not in line, but on the side of it. Yep.
Yeah. So do you typically see overflow at like Westgate, let's say? I know that you guys have a ton of space out there at the top of the hill that people could really kind of fill in and line up. If you're over at Westgate, though, is that overflow going out into the highway, or do you
Yes.
kind of filter them in?
Last year it went nearly to the highway.
But now you let them come down.
Yes.
They don't have to stop at the west gate. We let them come on down. Where's the starting line?
The starting line is about 100 yards this side of the river, and we measure that to the same distance as it is at the house to where they park their cars. So it's kind of a race who gets there first.
Yeah.
You know, where you park. But most of them want the same place they had last year, so it's not really a big race because it's the same ones. There'll be 1 or 2 new ones will get in the way, and it's a heck of a race. We put a speed limit of 65 mile an hour going across the field.
Oh, good.
Trailers bounce, panels fall off.
That reminds me of my experience driving across the ranch with you driving, Dan. It was really enjoyable. Well, that's fun. So everybody's going to get down there Thursday, get ready for some camp cleanup, a little bit of fellowship, a little bit of music and food Thursday night. That's new this year. Going into Friday, what is Friday? You know, that opening camp cleanup day. You know, what's that day like? If you're out there on the ranch looking across, you know, how much stuff are you seeing fill in? How many people do you expect on that day usually?
Oh, I don't know. Being on a Friday evening, it'll start really coming in on Friday evening, bringing the panels and bring their lawnmowers, and we'll have a big crowd on Friday evening, I think, than normal.
But like in the morning, at like 6 o'clock, you know, there you can hear them down there. It's still kind of dark, but you can hear them. They got their truck lights on, but by about 9:30, when I leave to come to the store, they're mostly gone. There may be
Gone back to work.
They've gone to work, you know, and then they'll filter in little by little during the day. But then, like Dan said, in the evening there'll be a lot more people come, and then Saturday there'll be a big groups of people come in.
Yeah. And so that puts you pretty well set up until you guys will open the gates officially for the event a week later. Will that be the evening of the 22nd, or is that the 23rd? How does that start?
23rd at 8 o'clock a.m.
22nd, our ranch is closed. Everybody has to get off except some of our staff will be there. We'll be putting up porta potties and we'll be setting up some things. But we had to start. We had to have a place to start, you know. So we closed the ranch on the 22nd and opened it. What time we opened? 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Opened at 8 o'clock. We opened both gates now. Both gates. We was backing them up so far at the west gate. So we're going to the last couple of years, we let them come in at the east gate, front gate, and the west gate coming in.
Well, that's a good problem to have.
What do you think?
It's a good problem to have. There's so many people.
So, so looking at this kind of to kick off the week there, I know that you guys will have some music that first Saturday night, the 23rd. You'll have some mini bulls and broncs. Sunday, it's like you start Sunday and it's every couple hours or so you've got another event all the way through Labor Day almost for a whole week. For those of you that are considering coming out on Saturday or Sunday, the girls only trail ride is at 6:30 p.m. on Sunday. Anything else that you guys think is really notable in those first couple days that you would just really encourage people to come check it out?
A lot of people like to come before the big crowd gets there. It's we've got some new places to ride. We put up a little watchtower now. And then oh, I'm sorry.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah. And then we've got the Eagle's Nest, another place to ride to. And we've got it locked up. You can't get on it.
Can't get on the watchtower.
Yeah. We've got a lot of places. Just got through cleaning up. The boys, it's been bush hogging, getting this all cleaned up. We're ready. Got everything mowed.
So tell me about the Eagle's Nest. I know that there's a new destination for people that are out there trail riding. Talk about what you've got set up this year and even maybe bleeding into last year a little bit. I feel like you guys have really expanded on some of these like destinations for people to go and trail ride to.
Well, I'm just thinking on myself. We ride. Where are we going to ride? Up the trail? Let's ride to the cabin. Let's ride up to the Bricky Fork. Let's get us a destination to ride to. We're going on vacation. Most everybody has a destination to go, and I feel like that's going to be something that we can have that a lot of other people might not have as much. Just as far as a trail riding down the river or something.
And one of our sponsors, Anchor, formerly the River Company, but Anchor is one of our corporate sponsors this year. They are having a photo scavenger hunt. And every day they will give you a hint of what they're going to be what you're supposed to be looking for, take a picture, and then on the final Sunday, the first person that gets all their photos into them, they're going to have a booth up on top at the rock wall at the top in the vendor row. They're giving away a cooler or some type of big prize like that. So that's something new for people to, they're not going to say go to the Buffalo Rock and take a picture, but they may say go to a place where you may find some type of animal you would see at Yellowstone National Park or something.
Okay.
Some kind of hints.
And how will they release that information every day?
On their Facebook page. And it's ANKR is how it's
it'd be in the program.
Yeah. They will have an ad in the program. They can go to their Facebook page. Or they can go to their booth up on top and get information.
Right. Hey, speaking of the program, how's the assembly of the race program been coming along this year?
Great. We've got all of our ads that done. We've gotten just about everything that we can put in until the 15th. We can't do our lineups until the 15th. That's the last day that anyone can enter. But other than that, we've just got a handful of contestants or a handful of teams that haven't entered yet.
Sure. Before I had you guys come on the show, I was trying to stress that one more time because this will probably come out on Wednesday, maybe Thursday early. And I know there's just a little bit of time left there, but I know you guys tend to work down to the wire on that thing. And we're excited to get that program or the race lineups because I've had a lot of people saying how much they enjoyed Selection Scene Day, as we're calling it. Last year, they said they loved that. And I think that went really well on the Chuckwagon channel. I think a lot of people enjoyed that. I was talking to Tater Wilbanks the other day, and he said he actually messaged me to confirm that we were having it and when it was. And he said they're looking forward to it, and they're going to have people getting together so that they can have a watch party and see the Selection Sunday stuff.
Well,
that'll be
fun. The sooner they get their teams entered, the sooner we can get our lineup. Maybe they'll get on them all.
Yeah, hopefully Selection Sunday we don't have too many holes in the program. But, heaven forbid there are. That's okay. I understand things have to change sometimes. But Dapple says
up to the 15th.
Yeah, they have
to the 15th. That's it.
Well, Sunday the 17th at 6 p.m. Dan, write it down. That's when we're going to release it, and we'll make sure that we let everybody know who's racing who, and I think that's a pretty fun thing for people to take in. And I enjoy it now more than ever because I've been shooting so many races. I get used to seeing these teams run throughout the year, and it's pretty cool to see who's going to race who. Even for myself, I've become a bigger and bigger fan these last couple of years for sure, doing the Chuckwagon channel. I did want to ask you guys, with it being the 40th year, how do you guys feel? Does it just feel like, oh, well, yeah, that's the 40th one. Yeah, that's a lot. We're used to it. Or is there anything that feels special about doing 40 years? Have you gotten to sit and reflect on that at all? They look at each other with love in their eyes.
Oh, I don't know.
We're tired. We're really tired right now.
As we've grown more problems. We've got these problems worked out. Yeah, there's a new problem this year. Then we've got to work it out. And then each year seems to have a little new problem, but like Dane Little, this is a problem this year. Let's don't make it a problem next year. Let's get it worked out. But it hasn't been too bad. We've learned a lot, what to do,
when to do
it, not get excited. It's going to work. Everything's going to be in place. It might, it'll work out.
Yeah. To me, the most stressful time is like the 10 days before opening day.
Yeah.
Once the gates open, it's you just roll with whatever goes. But just the preparation and making sure that we haven't forgotten something, that's the stressful part.
Yeah, that's good advice for people who have an event, or plan for any kind of event. It makes me think of the 2 cents that I try to give a bride or a bride and groom getting ready to get married. I tell them, I say, when you get to the day, all that planning and everything, it's done. You can't change it. And if you sit there and get upset about something that wasn't done, it'll just spoil your day. It's spilled milk at that point. Just let it be and move on with your day. So no, that kind of advice resonates big time with me. And I think I'm like you guys right now, preparing to shoot the 3rd season of the Great Wagon Race. It's like spreadsheet, page, through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, trying to give all the assignments and make sure that everybody is where they need to be and that they have clarity. So I guess I kind of live in that same realm at this point in the year with you guys, and I feel you. But man, it sure is awesome how it all comes together every year. And I think that you guys, the way that you guys behave as the owners, it just trickles down to your staff. It trickles down to the people at the event. If people are getting flustered, it's kind of self-wrought. I think it's self-created. It's usually not coming from you guys. You guys have always just been awesome. And
Comes with age.
Experience. Lots of experience. But no, you guys, I just love being there every year, and I know why. It grows a little bit every year. Anything different this year? Anything? I know I kind of hit on the Eagle's Nest deal. Anything different that maybe we haven't mentioned during the week? Anything else going on, or can people pretty well trust in what they've experienced year over year?
Well, we have a pasture breakaway roping this year on Sunday morning. It's going to be our pre-show. Whitney DeSalvo is helping us with that. And then Nat Summers, who used to race big mules, he's got these dogs, these herding dogs, so that in case, after they rope the calves, these dogs are going to herd these calves back into the pen. So we think that's going to be like a 2-pronged show. You get to watch the girls rope their calves, and we're going to run 2 at a time. And then, get to watch the dogs herd those calves back into the sorting pen. So that's new.
Then the dog and pony show. We've got a dog and pony show. Last year we had 1,172 dogs checked in. 1,100. I mean, I still can't believe it. I think they cheated me. I had $1 in the pot, and I said 300. But we wanted to have something for our dogs. If that's that many dogs, people's proud of them. So we're going to have a horse race with your dog, starting down there by the bucking chutes, starting over at the starting line and run to the Oklahoma finish line.
So if somebody wants to sign up, for the dog and horse race, dog and pony race,
yes,
how do they sign up? Where do they need to go?
they'll need to call in, and we'd like to have them call in, and then we're going to it's going to be a pre-show. We're going to kind of practice one day during that time, and then when the pre-show comes, we'll add some to it. The books won't be closed to the day we start. That way, there'll be some people see us showing how to do it and practicing, and then they'll enter. Then they can enter.
So one more time for anybody that wants to know, when will the Dog and Pony Show be going on?
When is it?
It's after the breakaway roping. No. After the pasture open short round on Saturday, the Saturday pre-show.
Okay, Saturday pre-show. And for anybody that needs to get the updated version of this, I know that you guys are updating your website probably as well. That's got all the events there. Go to chuckwagonraces.com/schedule. And really, the whole week is there, and it's laid out beautifully. Heck, I'd even recommend screenshotting some of that before you come down. But if they pick up a program,
it'll be
assuming everything's in the program. You guys have a great program, and a lot of good stuff to see in there.
Our horse pool, our slides where we have a horse pool at the arena. And we're going to add this year at the last moment a pony pool for the kids, like the Oklahoma Land Rush with the little ponies and the kids. We'll make a little slide where they can hook up and pull their ponies for a contest.
Okay.
There. And I think it's, I don't know if they're measuring the ponies or going to weigh them, but it'd be for like the size ponies that they do in the Oklahoma Land Rush and the buckboards.
Well, I would say measure them, don't weigh them, because some of them may not come in if you weigh them. Yeah.
In their the way they do, they do more of a weighing than they do measuring. And most of them pools are big draft horses pull tons. Well, we want a little pony and pull hundreds.
I love it.
We'll have a seat there for some of the women to sit on and weigh them first.
Yeah, you're funny.
Okay.
Well, Peggy, who are you most excited to see on the music front this year?
I don't know. Pam Tillis, I guess. She's more in our age group, I would think. And I think that I've heard she puts on a really good show. Like the Texas Trio is going to be good. That's kind of our cowboy type music. I think that's more like what we're used to.
Yeah, and so that's Saturday night, and then Wednesday night. I guess I'll run through it here. Wednesday night, Pam Tillis and Wade Hayes. Thursday night, live music with Clay Cooper. He's always been there in Branson. Friday, live music with William Clark Green. Saturday, Texas Trio. Cool. And then, as always, the dance at Buffalo Rock Saturday night. Pick your poison on a Saturday night, I guess. And that is a lot. It starts really Wednesday night through Saturday night. You guys will have entertainment every night, which don't forget karaoke, which is that self-made entertainment that everybody seems to get pretty on board with on Tuesday.
Oh, I tell you something else, David, that's new. Monday night after the bull riding at the arena, we're having dueling pianos.
Why you brought that up?
That's going to be really good, I think. For anyone who's new to see that, the guy really puts on a good show.
Yeah, that's very exciting. I mean, if for anybody that hasn't seen a dueling piano show, that is an experience that is take requests. It's interactive. I think it fits perfectly into you guys' event. You know, the kinds of stuff that you can go to and actually be interactive with it in some way, versus a concert where you're just kind of being entertained. The dueling pianos, they will engage with you, and that's a really cool thing. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I definitely want to get over and check that out. And you said that'll be bunkhouse for top of the hill.
It's at the bunkhouse after the bull riding Monday night.
Okay, awesome. Okay, well, it's going to be a packed week, and I'm excited to get down there and hang out with you guys. I know the only other thing I probably didn't mention is the 3rd annual Chuck and Buck. It seems like they're going to make that production even a little bit bigger down in the field this year. Anything you want to warn people of there?
Did they have? Are they going to be set up there on the South Fork with something?
They're doing a lot at Chase's camp, Monster Energy. They're going to have a pretty big presence up on top this year, too, on Thursday. And then at Chase's camp, they've got some activities planned. Maybe, hair cutting. They've got a barber shop, maybe a tattoo artist. I'm not sure about that, but that will be at Chase's camp.
That is awesome. Yep. And I talked with them briefly at one of the previous races here when we were down in Camden, and he was talking about that. So yeah, man, there's going to be stuff everywhere you look as usual, but the Chuck and Buck seems to just get a little bit bigger each year, and it sounds like they're going to have some screens down there on the field to make it even a bigger experience. Because I know it's a little bit removed from the people that are up on the spectator hill on the bluff there, so it'll just be taking another step forward. I'm excited to see what they bring into the fold this year. Yeah, that's all I've got for today. I really appreciate you guys coming on the show. I appreciate you talking a little bit. I know people love to hear it from the source, to hear about what's going on. It just gets everybody a little bit excited. And yeah, maybe I'll be talking to you a couple more times between now and Sunday when we do that show for Selection Sunday. But yeah, love you guys. Appreciate you coming on the show.
We want everybody to come with a good attitude.
Yeah.
A good attitude.
If not, Dan will give you your money back and send you on your way.
We don't need them. We're going to have a good time. Everybody scoot over just a little for their neighbor, and we're going to have a good time.
Well, tell Dapple thanks for holding up all the cue cards over there behind the computer, and I'll talk to you guys in a couple days, all right?
All right. Thanks, David. Bye.
See y'all.
Okay, Dapple, go ahead and shut her down now. It's raining. You see, we get the little rain.
Are we still on?
Yep, just hit leave.
Okay. Leave. We're leaving.
We're leaving you, David.
I'm going to send you a picture of our studio, okay?
Oh,
good. Hang on, I hope I saved it and I'll retake it. But I'm going to text you a picture of the studio. Pretty janky.
All right.
Okay. Well, have a good evening. Drive safe tomorrow.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you.
Bye.
All right. There it is. You heard it from Dan and Peggy Eoff. Sounds like everything's good. Everything's fine. They're good to go. Make sure you get down there for the National Championship Chuckwagon races. Gates will open on Saturday, the 23rd. If you plan on getting some real preparation done, get down there this Friday morning or this weekend, the 15th, 16th, 17th, and get your camp cleaned up. And it's going to be a big one this year. Stay tuned. We'll see you guys Selection Sunday. We'll see you on the 17th. It's just a couple days away. Lots of good stuff to share on Sunday. And yeah, see you out on the track.
Thanks for listening to the CWC podcast.